All right, so before we do anything here, I want to show you how you can use AI. Right, so we're going to use Google's Gemini, which is a generative AI. So we're going to get the API keys. We're going to sign up, get the API keys, and write a function which will basically give us the response. The AI will give us the response. We have to give some prompt, and that will give us the response, right? So once we add that function, we create a simple input field here. We ask the user to type something in, whatever they want to ask, and then we make requests to that Google Gemini, and then that will give us the response, and we simply show that on the page. All right, so that's how it works. Pretty simple. So let's head over and let's search for Google Gemini AI. All right, so this is the link. So you click on this one. Actually, this is the user facing, not that one. We want Gemini models, probably this one. Build with Gemini. All right. So we have to sign in, and then once you sign in, you just click here, Gemini API, get API key in Google AI Studio. All right. So we just need to get the API keys. Okay. Create API key. Create API key in a new project. All right, so we got the API key. Let's copy that and then head back to your project. Create a file here, .env.local. So this is where we put our environment variables. And here, let's create a variable. Let's call it Google Gen AI API key equals to, just paste that, right? So once you've got the API key, we can follow the example here because they keep changing it. Last time I did it was slightly different, so I want to show you the documentation. So if this changes in future, you know where to go. Not this one. So this should have. So we've got the API key. Oh, okay, sorry, yeah. It's right here, get code. So click on that. All right, it's a little bit tricky, and we choose JavaScript, and we can just copy this code. So you can just click here. So copy that code, come here, and let's get rid of this. All right, so we'll come back to this one first. Let's paste that here in our home page. We're going to move this to another file later, but at the moment we just want to give it a try. All right, so let's remove the comment. So we import all of that, which means we have to install this package from npm. So let's copy that and install that first. All right. Terminal. So here I'm going to just open and then just run npm install that package. All right, that's done. Server is still running. You may want to restart because we have made some changes in the environment file. All right, so we got that, and here, so we need to access the API key, which we can get from, they called it Gemini API key. Maybe we should call it, right? It sounds nice and easy. Let's use this name. Let's go to env and let's change this. All right. And anytime you make a change, you want to restart your server. All right, so we got that. We got the Gen AI. That's a new instance of Google Generative AI. We passed the API key. That's all good. And then we got the model. So this is the model we're using. Generation config. This generation config has been passed here. So we can leave it as it is. All right. So we're creating a new chat session using this model. So model.startChat, we pass this configuration. If there's any previous history, at the moment this is all empty, that's fine, we can leave that as it is. So we get the result basically by calling this. So chat session dot send message, so we have to send some message, our own message. Now this part is something we can ask the user to get the user input and then supply that here. So whatever user want to ask, we pass that as an argument and call this function, and we get the response. All right. So let's say write a one-liner short Gen story. All right. So if you're new to Gen stories, they are absolutely amazing. They are eye-opening. They will enlighten you. So yeah, why not have some fun while we're building this application, right? So let's generate some Gen stories, and then we can console log, or even better, I want to just return this one. I'm going to return the text. All right. So whatever response we got, whatever result we got, we'll return that from this run function, and then we can simply call that function to display this text. All right. So let me remove that, and then this function, let me copy, and we have to create a component here. So export default function page return. We return something. Before we do that, let me paste that code. So we got this run function. So what I want to do here is I want to basically execute that run function here. So which means whatever has been written, whatever text has been received here, whatever is written from this function will be displayed here straight away. All right. So it looks a bit messy here, but like I said, we're going to move this to a separate function. Basically, we have imports, we have the keys, model, the basic config object, and this is the function that takes the user input and gives us the response. So let's see how this works. So let's go to visit our application. And how great is that? You see, we got the Gen story. It has been given to us by the generative AI. Beautiful. So the old man sat watching the wind rustle the leaves, knowing the only constant was change. All right, so it's a bit philosophical. So that's how we can harness the power of AI to generate the content. Now, instead of this one, you can ask it to write the entire blog post. Write a 200-word blog post on Gen. Okay. So if I do that, visit the page, give it a reload, and you see we got the story. Beautiful.